Have you ever felt like no matter how much you achieve, it's still not enough? Like your worth depends on how others see you? The Buddha once said, "Your own self is your master, who else could be?" True value doesn't come from titles, possessions, or praise. It comes from awakening the strength and wisdom already within you. In this video, you'll discover how to increase your true value not by chasing validation, but by learning, serving, and living with inner peace. These timeless Buddhist insights will help you rebuild your confidence, protect your energy, and radiate quiet power wherever you go. Stay until the end. You'll see that you were never lacking value. You were simply learning to see it. 1. Invest in knowledge. Because your true value lies within. In a world obsessed with appearances and achievements, we often forget that true worth cannot be measured by titles or possessions. The Buddha taught that wisdom is the greatest wealth because, unlike money or status, it can never be taken away. When you cultivate understanding, you elevate your consciousness. When you learn, you liberate yourself from ignorance. A person of high value is not the one who stands above others, but the one who brings light wherever they go. Knowledge refines the mind, deepens compassion, and strengthens the ability to create value for others. Every book you read, every skill you develop, every moment of reflection adds another layer to your inner strength. You are not just collecting information, you are awakening the higher dimension of who you truly are. So start small. Read a few pages each day. Learn something that challenges you. Observe your own thoughts and ask questions. The path of wisdom is not a race, it is a journey back to your own clarity. The more you understand, the less you fear. The less you fear, the freer you become. Remember, the real upgrade in life is not about changing what you have, but transforming how you see. When your inner world expands, your outer world naturally follows. Pause for a moment, take a breath, because what comes next may change the way you see yourself forever. Stay with us. The next part holds a truth you won't want to miss. 2. Keep your word. The silent power that builds true worth. In the previous part, we learned that real value begins with knowledge, with awakening the light of understanding within. Yet wisdom alone is not enough. The next step on the path to inner strength is integrity, the harmony between what you say and what you do. In a world filled with empty promises and fleeting commitments, those who keep their word stand out like a calm flame in the dark. The Buddha once said, "A man is not measured by his words, but by his actions." When your speech and your actions align, you create trust, and trust is the foundation of all meaningful relationships, both human and spiritual. Keeping your word is more than moral discipline. It is a form of self-mastery. Every time you do what you said you would do, you strengthen your inner power. You send a message to your own mind. I can rely on myself. And from that trust in yourself, others begin to trust you too. This consistency becomes your invisible strength. Money can buy attention, but only integrity earns respect. People naturally gravitate toward those whose words carry weight because truth resonates. It feels safe. It feels real. When you speak, let it come from awareness, not impulse. When you promise, let it be something your heart can support. And if you cannot fulfill it, Let honesty be your guide. As the Buddha taught, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. So as you continue on this journey of self-worth, remember knowledge gives you light, but integrity gives you direction. Together, they form the essence of true power. 3. Learn to say no. Protect your energy. Preserve your value. In the last part, we explored how integrity gives direction to your inner light. Now let's move to another essential step on the path of self-mastery, the courage to say no. So many people lose their peace not because of great failures, but because they cannot refuse. They say yes to every request, every distraction, every demand until their energy is scattered and their spirit runs dry. The Buddha taught, if you let yourself be carried away by the world, you will lose yourself in it. Saying no is not selfishness, it is wisdom in action. Every no you say to what doesn't serve your growth is a sacred yes to your own well-being. When you stop trying to please everyone, you begin to live with purpose. It's a form of spiritual discipline, setting clear boundaries not to build walls, but to preserve the garden of your mind. Pause before you agree to something. Ask yourself, does this nurture my peace? Does it align with who I am becoming? When you choose consciously, you protect what truly matters: your time, your clarity, your energy. As you grow, not everyone will understand your boundaries, and that's okay. People who are meant to walk with you will respect your no as much as your yes. And when they do, you'll notice something powerful. They begin to value you more, because you have shown them how you value yourself. The Buddha once said, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Learning to say no is an act of that self-love. It's how you protect your sacred space to keep growing and giving from a place of fullness, not exhaustion. 4. Stay peaceful in every situation. The highest form of strength. In the previous part, we learned that saying no is an act of self-respect, a way to protect your energy and preserve your worth. But even when you guard your boundaries, life will still test you. People will misunderstand you, circumstances will shift, and emotions will rise. The question is, can you stay peaceful through it all? The Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without true peace is not found in perfect conditions. It is found in a steady heart. Your real value is measured not by how loudly you react, but by how calmly you respond. When you can remain centered while the world shakes, you have already mastered something far greater than control. You have mastered yourself. Meditation, mindful breathing, and observation of thoughts are not escape routes. They are the tools of awakening. When you pause before reacting, you give yourself a moment of freedom, freedom from anger, fear, and impulse. In that pause, wisdom arises. You begin to see that most pain is not caused by what happens, but by how you interpret what happens. Peaceful people are not weak. They are deeply powerful. You cannot manipulate or provoke someone who is anchored in calm awareness. Their silence carries strength, and their presence brings comfort to others. They don't need to prove themselves. Their stillness speaks louder than words. Each breath you take in awareness is a return to yourself. Each time you choose calm over chaos, You expand your inner space, and this expansion is what others naturally sense as value. Because peace is magnetic. People trust those who can remain grounded when everything else falls apart. As the Buddha taught, better than conquering 1,000 battles is conquering yourself. That victory, the victory of peace, is the foundation of true freedom. 5. Serve others. The secret to becoming truly valuable. The Buddha taught, if you light a lamp for someone, it will also brighten your own path. This is the essence of spiritual growth, realizing that life is not about taking more, but about giving more. The more you contribute to the happiness and growth of others, the richer your own inner world becomes. True service doesn't always mean great acts or grand sacrifices. Sometimes it's as simple as listening with presence, offering kind words, or sharing a piece of wisdom that once helped you heal. Every small act done with awareness and compassion adds invisible value to the world, and that value always returns to you in unexpected ways. When you stop asking, "What can I get?" and start asking, "What can I give?" your energy transforms. You no longer live from scarcity, but from abundance. You begin to see that serving others is not a loss. It is expansion. You grow through every person you help, every life you touch, every heart you ease. The Buddha also said, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of that candle will not be shortened. When you share your light, it does not diminish, it multiplies. You become a vessel through which peace, wisdom, and kindness flow into the world. And that is where your true worth shines the brightest, not in what you own, but in what you offer. Every bit of knowledge you've gained, every struggle you've endured, every insight you've earned, they were never meant for you alone. They were gifts to be passed forward, seeds of awareness that could help another soul awaken. And here lies the beautiful paradox. When you stop chasing value and instead become value for others, life mirrors that energy back to you. Opportunities, respect, love, and abundance begin to flow naturally because you have aligned yourself with the universal law of giving. So, let your presence be the gift. Let your actions be the light. As the quote reminds us, be the kind of person whose very presence makes others feel their own worth. To raise your true value, learn, act with integrity, set boundaries, stay peaceful, and finally, serve. When wisdom meets compassion, you transcend self-centered living and step into enlightenment in action. You no longer seek worth, you embody it. Thank you for walking this journey with us. If today's message touched your heart, don't let it end here, let it grow. Subscribe to the Guiding Light and join a community of souls who are seeking peace, wisdom, and awakening through the timeless teachings of the Buddha. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and leave a comment. Your words help spread light to others who may need it most. We bring you new reflections, stories, and insights to help you rise above pain, find inner calm, and live with deeper meaning. So, stay connected, stay mindful, and remember, the path to freedom begins not somewhere far away, it begins within you.